girl Jazzy J, and I'm back with another video explaining how to mark up your Forex charts. Marking up your charts, guys, is like the foundation to a house. It's like the ground to our feet, the sun to the earth, okay? It's that important. It's literally the foundation, guys. Without I'm not going to say a perfect markup, but guys, without your charts being marked up, you don't know what you are doing. You don't know where you're going. You don't know what's happening in the market. You have to know how to read the charts, which is exactly what I'm going to show you today. I will say, guys, I would be a little bit familiar with some of these terminologies here because it's going to help you as you're watching this video. Now, I'm not saying you got to know all of them, but I am saying, guys, that it would kind of help out if you knew a little bit about these terms, because I'm going to be mentioning a couple of these, or practically all of these, over and over and over again. So, guys, when it comes to trading in the foreign exchange market, guys, I promise you, it took me a while to do what I'm about to show you, all right? If it wasn't for Epic, which is the #1 trading platform there is, right, that is teaching people how to be successful Forex traders, guys. If it wasn't for Epic, then guys, I don't know where I would be. And I'm just being completely honest. I have fully took in all of Epic's education, and I've applied it to my life and applied it to what I know. And guys, now this is what I'm about to show you is exactly how I learned and exactly how I got to this level. So with that being said, guys, you want to make sure when it comes to trading in the foreign exchange market that you have great mentorship and that you have great education that is true and to the point, that is going to teach you how to be a successful Forex, foreign exchange trader, whatever you want to call it, okay? I will also say that Epic Trading International is the only reason why I have improved my skill level, guys. Before I joined Epic, I was all over the place, okay? I didn't know exactly how to mark up the charts. I didn't know what I was looking for. I was just kind of everywhere. And so I will honestly say that Epic has really gave me structure, foundation. It has gave me more knowledge as how to read the charts, and that's exactly what I'm literally pouring out to you in this video here. Make sure you are watching my video all the way to the end, guys. I'm going to explain once again the giveaways that is happening right here on my personal team, okay? So watch this video all the way to the end. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, what's up? It's your girl Jazzy back, and I'm going to kind of go over a little bit about marking up my charts. As you heard before, I talked about a couple of things that you already need to know. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Just to kind of give you guys a little bit of proof when it comes to trading. Okay, guys, I've been testing out. I actually put that in like 2 times ago that I tried to record this video. People been texting me, people been calling me, all kind of different things have not been bothering me all day, except for right now when it's actually time, right, for me to record. So here we are, USD/JPY. This is what I've been trading this month. I literally just focus in on the USD/JPY pair because it has given me the most success, and I was just able to focus in on this one pair and see that this is what's going to make me the most money. Everybody is different. I don't trade indices. I don't trade, different things like that, or any other pairs. I mainly just trade USD/JPY. My boyfriend, from time to time, he trades GBP USD. Nothing wrong with that. From time to time, you might see me put it in into my accounts and make some money off of it. But for the most part, it's going to be USD/JPY. So I just wanted to kind of give you proof, guys. In my demo account, okay, I'm going to tell you guys again, in my demo account, I'm not afraid to tell you guys that I be in my demo account, and I'm also in my live account. But if I'm going to show any type of results, the company that I work with does not allow me to show profits. So I decided to show you in my demo account so you guys can know. Majority of these that I put, including the losses that I put in my demo account, I have put in my live account as well. So the first thing that I do when I come to any chart, as you see, guys, right here, we have a blank chart. Okay, I go and I check my strength meter. I see what is going on with each currency and their pair. Let's see how strong the currency is. As you see, guys, the USD dollar has 6 bars and the JPY
has 4 bars. So both are really considered strong, but the USD is way stronger than JPY. So with that being said, I could just come here and just from my experience, before I even really look at my charts, even though I have looked at it, even before looking at my charts, guys, I can already tell that we're probably going to be in a uptrend or in a buy because the USD is the leading currency for this pair, USD JPY. It's a leading currency. So with that being strong, more than likely it's going to buy. Now, let's say that, and this is not a really typical pair, but let's say it was actually JPY USD that we were trading with, JPY coming first, right? Because JPY is first and USD is second, right? And USD is strong. If I looked at it, then I would think or predict that the market is going to be selling because JPY is not as strong as USD, so it'll probably be selling. But because USD, and I hope that makes sense, guys, but USD, JPY, USD is the leading currency for this particular pair. And with it being strong, that's why I just go ahead and predict that it is buying. But I don't just end on that note. Let's come over here and check our news. So today is the 1st of February. We did have one red folder for USD, which probably would have took some people back. However, it's not, it did not really affect a lot at all. So, you know, I'm just gonna I just look, I just glance, I just see what's going on, see how much it really affected. It didn't really affect that much, so we can kind of just go ahead and go to our charts. So now that we are on our charts, guys, we check news, we check the currency meter. I just proved to you guys that I've been trading USD JPY. The first thing that I'm going to do, guys, is go to my day time frame, and I'm going to see where my key levels are at. Okay, we're also on the day time frame. We're going to identify what the trend has been doing, what it has been doing overall. So let me tell you why the day time frame for me is very important. I like to go with what the market is doing overall, meaning if you look at USD JPY right now, okay, on a day time frame, we have been going in a down trend, okay, a downtrend. How do I know it's a downtrend? Because we've been having some lower lows, okay. Therefore, we've been going in a downtrend. As you see, guys, we can just clearly look and just see anybody, that has been trading, hasn't been trading, never even seen a chart. You can tell that it's going down, right? So with that being said, I take that into consideration because more of my trades are probably going to be in a sell direction. However, as I said before, the USD is much, much stronger, and it has been strong for whatever reason, even with Trump, even with switching over of the presidents and, Biden coming in and COVID and different things like that, guys, that has a lot to do with what's been going on. So it's been more in a uptrend on the lower time frame, but still overall it's been in a downtrend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark up my key levels, my major key levels, which is very similar to what people would consider support and resistance. The only reason I don't call it support and resistance on the daytime frame is because on the daytime frame, these are actually major levels. These are levels that I'm looking for in the market that has rejected on a higher time frame. Okay, and that's very important because when I do end up dropping down to the hour time frame, when I show you in a minute, you will see how the market moves and how the market reacts off of these key levels on a lower time frame. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. So right now, let's go ahead and mark up our key levels. And what I'm doing is seeing the market, right, come to this, hit my line, this line here, okay? My little cursor is going back and forth. I want to see multiple times that the market has came to that point, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm looking at price right now, and price is right here. Okay, so I'm not going to be all up here and all the way, down here. I'm going to be where price is at. So price is at right here. So I'm going to be figuring out what my key levels are around that price. So, okay. So here, the market touched it about 2 times. I always mark my key levels up in the black. I always make my lines black. I color coordinate everything because it makes sense to me. Okay, market has came here. Okay, so boom, boom. Okay, boom, boom. All right. So I'm looking for different things like that. It does not have to be perfect. You're not going to make it perfect. It's just areas in the market of where, it came to and it reacted, retested, rejected, whatever the case may be. So here we go. Just continuing to do that. Okay. I'm kind of looking back here too, because I need to figure out that's a major key level right there because it touched 2 times right there. I would consider not really this to be a major key level, but kind of, because this back here and this. So, and then this right here. So that's about it of what I'm going to do. Actually, no, because like I said, the USD dollar has been kind of strong. So I'm probably going to do 1 or 2 more lines going in the uptrend, just in case it does continue to do that. I don't really have anything right here, but yeah, so that should be good right there. Okay, so I have a couple of lines. I most times don't make this many lines. Most times I do about 4, 3 really, but about 4, no more than 5. But because I don't know what the US dollar is going to do and how it's going to affect the market, I kind of went in both directions, because at any point in time, I am expecting the USD JPY pair to fall, because it's been buying for a pretty long time. But it's all good. So yeah, let's go ahead and look and see. This is my key levels. I put it on my line chart because it kind of eliminates a lot of the noise. So when I go back to my candles, my candlesticks, guys, you see how the market is kind of going along with my key levels. It's been rejecting, reacting, and different things like that. And it just helps me see it on the line chart a lot better when it comes to me marking up my key levels and or my support and resistance. Okay. So we've been in a downtrend overall. However, we've been kind of in an uptrend on the day time frame as well, as far as what's going on right now. But overall, we have been in a downtrend. So let's go ahead and move over to our hour time frame, right? Our hour time frame. Gonna make this a little bit bigger and wider. So when I come to this time frame, right, the hour time frame, when I first look at this chart, I see my key levels. Okay, that's about the only thing that I have marked up on my charts. I'm looking for patterns. I'm looking for different, market structure. um, I mean, the only other word that I can really think of is patterns. So more so like head and shoulders, more so like bullish flags, bearish flags, teacup. Um, you know, some people consider Mondays and levels and all of that. I'm looking for patterns in the market that I can identify with, that I am very familiar with, and seeing. So that will be definitely in another video. Definitely not this video, because I don't want to get into it too much. But just let you guys know kind of what I do when I come down, when I drop down from a daytime frame to the hour time frame. I'm looking for patterns. So I'm also looking for trends. Okay, I don't really see any patterns. I see one right here, but prices all the way up here. It doesn't really matter right now. Okay, so don't see any patterns, but I do see this trend right here, and it seems as if it's kind of respecting certain points in the market, right? So for example, it's kind of like a support and resistance or a key level, but just going in a slanted upward or slanted downward direction. So on my hour time frame, when I'm marking up my trend lines, guys, I use the color orange. It kind of breaks it up a little bit. It makes it stand out to me. But it's pretty much like I'm finding the support and resistance, but it's going in like a slanted motion. Now, again, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. It doesn't. But I am looking for, the market to kind of, it's been obviously reacting to this point. It cannot break through, through this line. Okay, so this is a strong line on the hour time frame, meaning, we've been in an uptrend. Okay, so I see this trend line right here, but I also see this trend line as well, right? And it is definitely 100% okay for you to have two quote unquote trend lines, because basically what I did was just now created a channel. So you're looking for the market to respect, or you're finding out what the market is respecting at that given time. So right now, what I see is that the market hasn't really been able to break above here. It did break out of our trend line, or our channel, now that we have two trend lines. It did break out of my channel, but you see it came right back and started consolidating, right? So it hasn't really officially broke out and went into a direction and just, completely just done away with our channel that we actually have right here. So that's a good thing. Market is respecting this structure, that lets me know that, okay, if I put in for anything, more than likely, just from looking at it now, guys, just from looking at it, I'm probably going to put in for a buy. Why? USD has been strong. JPY is not as strong as the USD. The market has been respecting market structure, right? It's we're respecting this trend line right here and also this trend line right here. So more than likely it's going to consolidate within this trend line and continue to go in the upward direction. Okay. Okay. Very, very simple. Dropping down to my 15-minute time frame. Okay. Um, I want to look for entries on my 15-minute time frame. Okay, now I'm gonna go back and let you know, guys, I forgot to mention this on my hour as well. That's when I also mark up my support and resistance. So I use squares. Some people use lines, but I personally use squares as my support and resistance. So for example, even though this is a key level because my black line is here, if it wasn't, this would be a support and resistance level. Okay, this right here would be a support and resistance level. Okay, this right here would be a support and resistance level. Why? Because you see that in this area, that's when it started to react. In this area, that's when it started to react. In this area, that's when it started to react. So, I'm looking for those different things. However, because we've been in such an uptrend, guys, I don't really have support and resistance levels that I need to really be focusing on right now. So going back to the 15-minute, okay? Going back to the 15-minute, I'm seeing what is going on right now. Where can I go ahead and put my entry and my, take profits or TPs and my stop losses? So this is when things kind of get a little bit more exciting because now we're actually coming up with putting in our entries and actually getting into the trades. So I'm going to change this to purple. I'm going to create another trend line because I see, as of where market is at right now, that it has been somewhat respecting this trend line. Now, mind you, you can have a trend line within a trend line within a trend line. You can, okay? There's no rule that says that you can't because, I'm dropping down to my smallest time frame to see what the market is doing right now. And the market has been respecting this little trend line on my 15-minute chart. It has been respecting this trend line for a little while now, okay? So I can actually do it on both sides just so you guys can kind of see again, it hasn't broke through up here and it hasn't broke through down here. So what do I feel like the market is going to do? It's going to respect this new channel that I created for a buy. Okay. Everything in my power is telling me that the market is going to buy. Okay. It's going to buy. Why? Because again, the US dollar is strong or stronger than the JPY. We don't really have a ton of news. We don't really have, negative news for, the USD pair. And it's been respecting market structure and it's been respecting our big channel and our small channel. So that's why you also see me. That's why you also see me, guys, put in for a buy. Okay, so I can go ahead and put in for another buy just because I feel that much more confident. So let's go ahead. I put in all these buys and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and figure out where our entry is or where our entry is going to be, where our stop loss is going to be, and our take profits. Okay, so here we are, still on my 15-minute, right? Now, this is more than likely the area that I'm going to put my stop loss, and this is more than likely when I'm going to be able to put my take profits, right? So I can come back actually to my, okay. Let's see, it's just kind of further out right now. But the reason why I just went to my hour time frame, like I could have stayed on my 15-minute or whatever, but the thing is, I don't really have anywhere to compare it to as far as marking my TPs up. If you are wanting multiple TPs. So I'm gonna have to go to my hour time frame, right? And kind of zoom out a little bit and see where the market has been previously. Okay, so right now this will be a previous level. So I can go ahead and mark here. Okay. And I'm gonna make this green. Why am I making it green, guys? Because green means money. Okay. So if I put green and the market actually hits my TP right here, then that means that I won that trade. As I said before, I color coordinate everything. Therefore, it just kind of helps me out. So that could be technically TP1, and then this up here can be TP2. As I said before, most times it's a little bit easier, but because we've been in such a uptrend, it's kind of hard to see like where we can put multiple TPs at. So let me drop down back to my 15-minute, zoom a little bit so I can actually see. Now I put in my entry right here. Okay. And I'm going to make my entry color. I like to make my line dark purple. And I actually, which is what I feel like a lot of beginners need to do. Wow.
Okay, so I probably just had to refresh it. But this here is going to be my entry. So let me show you guys kind of what I do. I label everything. Entry. My entry point is going to be 104.945, right? That is my entry. This here is my TP1, right? And this TP, actually, I'm going to, this is way over here. So I'm going to put my TP here. So basically, what I want to do is, if I can't really figure out other, points in the market to find my TPs, right? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to say, okay, when the market hits about 10 pips, that's going to be my first position. Boom. Okay, cool. Make that green, and I actually do different shades of green. Come back to my entry, okay? This here is my second TP. That's just about 20 pips, okay? Boom. Now, my third TP, you don't have to have 3 TPs, but I do it because I like to create multiple positions for myself. But this key level is going to be my third TP, which is going to be 26 pips altogether, right? So I'm actually going to come out a little bit because I like to stagger mine. I'm just weird like that. I just like to stagger mine. And I'm going to put it like here so you guys can kind of see. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I do as far as getting my TPs. I will do a different color, a darker. Actually, I'm going to do this light green because, there it's dark right there. So basically what I'm going to do is say, okay, boom, this is TP1, 10 pips, because I want my team to know when I'm sending out this signal that this is going for 10 pips. And you want to put in your account for 10 pips, it needs to be 105.050. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. TP2, 20 pips. 105.143. How do I know that it's 105.143? How I know it's at that level? Come over here, guys. Look at where I color coordinated. Like, it's telling me that this line is at the level 105.143. So that's literally what I'm doing because it makes it easier for my team members that are beginners to understand, the numbers, the levels, and actually putting it into their live account. So this is what, I'm going to say 25 pips because we dropped down just a little bit. So 25 pips, and the level is 105.204. Okay? Now, just like we put that, we got to also put in our risk. What are we risking just in case the market goes in the opposite direction, like it's kind of doing right now, but it's all good. So, I don't want to risk no more than, really like 20 pips at the most, but I'm going to put mine here because I don't see the market coming back below this level anytime soon. Not until it actually buys up to these positions up here. So I'm going to keep it right there. And mainly when I'm looking for my stop loss, guys, I'm looking to see like where the market was for like that last drop. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously these are drops or whatever the case may be, but like this is a key level. So anything really below that, like this technically could have been my stop loss right here, this level off of this wick right here, but I actually went a little bit lower. Like, I don't want to put it right on that level because the market will play you. I want to put it just a little bit below that level, right? So, yeah. And just like anything, I mark it yellow. I mark it red, stop loss. And I'm going to actually put the pips in just a second because I don't know how many pips. Oh, actually, I do know. It was really 14, but I'm going to say 15 pip stop loss, okay? So that is how I mark up my charts and get my entries and my take profits. It's literally just that simple, guys. I know it seems like a lot, but when I actually went through it, guys, you can't tell me that was like super, super hard. If you are anything from a beginner, like, and you know kind of the terminology that I'm using, this should be very easy for you to kind of understand. And literally, guys, I did not hide anything. Like, this is how I trade. Like, I don't get real nervous. Like, oh man, it's actually going below my, my entry. I'm not too much worried about it because at the end, it could draw back all the way down here, but I do expect for it to still buy. As it's drawing back, right? Okay, once it gets to a certain point, I'm going to put in more entries. I'm going to put in more buy positions because I know and have a very, very strong feeling that it's not going to be selling too much longer. So, I'm going to try to remember to come back. But for the most part, guys, this is how I mark up my charts. And I hope this helped you out a lot. And I will see you in the next video. Okay, guys, so you'll start to see that we enter all of our trades. We're in the negative. We're still below our entry, which is the purple line. Then you'll start to see me kind of getting in positive with some of the positions. We start to kind of raise above the purple line. And then you'll start to see us kind of go back into the negative because it actually been tricking, kind of playing with us, consolidating and things like that. The USD starts to become more strong or stronger. And we're heavily in profit. So you see we closed out around $1,200 in profit, and the USD dollar is still strong. So yeah.
So guys, as I said before, great education, great mentorship is how you will get those results, okay? So talking about the giveaway, guys, if you are interested in learning how to trade and you are serious about it, guys, you want to make sure that you are reaching out to me. You can email me, you can hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. So getting into these giveaway, guys, okay? I explained this in my last video, but I'm going to briefly explain it again, okay? If you are interested in learning how to trade in the foreign exchange market, guys, okay, I have giveaways for those people that are serious about doing that. Now, I can't speak for anybody else on the Epic platform, but under my personal organization, guys, you can get a 3-day, 2-night stay in Las Vegas, okay? Or you can choose a $200 hotel card. And for a bonus, okay, you also get a $697 YouTube course, guys, for free if you are serious about trading and you join under my leadership, guys. So I hope that everything in this video helped you out. I hope that if you are trading, you learned something new, guys. If you are a beginner, I hope that helped you improve or get you to the next level. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe. Tell me, guys, give me feedback for my beginners and for my people that have been trading both sides. Let me know how I did. Because I actually really enjoy teaching people things like this. I'll show my team members this all the time. So be honest with me and let me know, what did I do right and what can I improve on? And I will see you in the next video. Peace.